Hello and welcome to Asset Television News. I am Emanuela Akwaya. First, the headlines. President Tinubu seeks more loans for roads and railways. Army mob up illegal weapons in Plateau State. We don't have COVID-19, Cross River cries out. Now the news in detail. President Bola Tinubu has formally requested the National Assembly's approval for a $516.3 million external loan to finance key sections of the proposed Sokoto-Badagry Superhighway, a flagship infrastructure project under his administration's renewed Hope agenda. The request, conveyed in a letter to Senate President Godswill Akpabio and read during plenary, seeks legislative endorsement for a syndicated loan facility arranged through Deutsche Bank.
Drawing board for more than 55 years. And it has only come to
how many years?
55 years.
55 years.
It has been on the drawing board for the last 55 years. And I want to tell this fellow chamber, and indeed Nigerians, that this project is now a reality. I have inspected the project and I have seen progress that has been made. I'm highly impressed with what I saw. That is standard construction of concrete road, not asphalt road, concrete road, and not only that, the road is also furnished with street light, solar street lights, drawing board for more than 55 years.
The funds are earmarked for Section 1, 1A and 1B of the nearly 1,000-kilometer highway designed to link Nigeria's northwest and southwest regions. According to the president, the project will traverse Sokoto, Kebbi, Niger, Kwara, Oyo, Ogun, and Lagos states, stretching from Ilela to Badagry. He said it is intended to boost economic integration, enhance road safety, reduce travel time and logistics costs, and strengthen trade and food security by linking production hubs to markets and ports. Tinubu explained that the financing structure includes support from the Islamic Corporation for the insurance of investment and export credit, which will provide a partial risk guarantee. The federal government is also expected to contribute about 265.5 billion naira as counterpart funding for land acquisition, compensation, and related infrastructure. President Bola Tinubu has expressed Nigerian solidarity with the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, and other Gulf countries that came under attack in the heat of the US-Israel war with Iran. Commending the countries for their resilience and restraint, the president noted that Nigeria will always stand for peace and stability. President Tinubu spoke at the State House in Abuja when he received letters of credence from 7 ambassadors and 2 high commissioners, including those of Qatar and Saudi Arabia. The president received letters of credence from the ambassador of the State of Qatar, Yusuf Mohammed Ahmed Mohammed Al-Hel, ambassador of Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Yusuf bin Mohammed Al-Balawi, ambassador of Lebanese Republic, Wisan Kalakeche, ambassador of Republic of Sudan, Mohammed Abdullah Harun, and High Commissioner of the Republic of Namibia, Walda Natangwe Ndevashia. Other envoys who presented their letters of credence were High Commissioner of Rwanda, Moses Rugome, Ambassador of the Republic of Somalia, Mohamed Osman Mohamed, Ambassador of the Argentine Republic, Nicolas Perazzo Naun, and Ambassador of the Republic of Congo, Moyongo Diodona. The Nigerian government has rested its commitment towards timely completion of ongoing railway projects in parts of the country, in order to stimulate economic growth and improve the well-being of citizens. The Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Transportation, Fosho Adebiyi, gave his assurance in Kano during an on-the-spot assessment of some key projects within the axis.
In company of the various contractors handling the projects, partners and the team from the Federal Ministry of Transportation, the Permanent Secretary Funsho Adebiyi takes a tour of the Kaduna-Kano and Kano-Maradi rail projects, which he says are at various levels of completion, as the federal government is not relenting in its efforts at delivering life-changing infrastructure to the citizen.
This is part of the federal government organized or approved master plan for rail development in Nigeria. And we have made significant progress along this line. I'm glad to inform you that Abuja-Kaduna is about 186 kilometers, which has been completed and operational, which you can attest to. And Kaduna to Zaria is about 71 kilometers, which will be completed and commissioned by December this year. Zaria to Kano is about 132 kilometers, which also should be completed by December this year. And from Kano to Daura is 124 kilometers. Hopefully that should be ready by December this year as well. And Daura to Katsina is about 83 kilometers, also in advanced stage of completion. And we are trusting that we should be able to commission that one as well between December and January this coming year.
So far, over 6,000 Nigerians have gained employment through the construction of the rail lines, though insecurity has been a major challenge confronting the exercise.
We've been in Nigeria with the Federal Ministry of Transport well over 40 years, and our track records have proven what we've been able to do. We've moved from Itape-Warri to Lagos Ibadan to Ajaokuta, into Idu Kaduna, which is Abuja Kaduna Rail, and now we are doing the Kano Kaduna Rail and the Kano Maradi Rail. So yeah.
We have 6,000 Nigerian workers from Dutse up to Jibia, more or less. We are not working in Niger side. We are discussing that. So next week it will have a trip to Niger, or 1 week later, to organize the beginning of the works in the Niger side.
For instance, when completed, the over 393-kilometer Kano-Maradi Railway and its extension will connect major cities as Dutse, Jigawa, Katsina and Maradi in Niger Republic. The routine inspections are aimed at ensuring that timelines and the standards are not compromised. Projects, which he says,
Troops have dismantled an illegal weapons workshop in Plateau State, north-central Nigeria, arresting 2 suspected arms manufacturers and recovering a cache of firearms and equipment during a targeted raid.
The operation, which was carried out around 5 p.m. on the 22nd of April 2026, following credible intelligence reports on illegal arms production at Guandano village in Lantan North local government area of Plateau State, north-central Nigeria. Some security sources revealed that suspects were caught in the act actively fabricating weapons when the troops stormed the hideout. Items recovered include 2 AK-47 rifles, 1 G3 rifle, and a range of fabrication tools such as generating set, a welding machine, a drilling machine, a hand filer, and a toolbox indicating fully operational illegal arms workshop. In the same vein, according to a Plateau crackdown says, troops have nabbed 9 suspected military, recovered arms in midnight raid. The suspects are currently in military custody as investigations are ongoing. Sources added that troops have intensified operations across the area to track down and dismantle illegal arms networks in a renewed push to curb rising criminal activities and strengthen security in Plateau State. The operation.
Asset will be back after the short break. Stay tuned.
Who really owns what in the Nigerian mining sector? Who really owns what in the Nigerian mining sector? Who really owns what in the Nigerian mining sector? Who really owns what in the Nigerian mining sector? Who really owns what in the Nigerian mining sector? Who really owns what in the Nigerian mining sector? Who really owns what in the Nigerian mining sector? Who really owns what in the Nigerian mining sector? Who really owns what in the Nigerian mining sector? Who really owns what in the Nigerian mining sector? Who really owns what in the Nigerian mining sector? Who really owns what in the Nigerian mining sector? Who really owns what in the Nigerian mining sector? Who really owns what in the Nigerian mining sector? Who really owns what in the Nigerian mining sector? Who really owns what in the Nigerian mining sector? Who really owns what in the Nigerian mining sector? Who really owns what in the Nigerian mining sector? Who really owns what in the Nigerian mi This week on Mining Matrix with Mania, we sit down with the Director General Mining Cadastral Office, Engineer Obadiah Simon Nkom, to enlighten us on how transparent is Nigeria's mining licensing systems, its reforms, policies, and what is new with the e-cadastral system. Find out more on this. Don't miss out on Mining Matrix with Mania, where solid minerals meets policy. Only on Asset Television. Who really owns what in the Nigerian mining sector? This week on Mining
Welcome back from the break. Minister of Solid Minerals Development Dele Alake has endorsed the 2026 Solid Minerals Excellence Awards, describing the initiative as a boost to efforts aimed at promoting responsible mining and attracting investment into the sector. In a statement, the minister said the awards align with government priorities to improve transparency, strengthen investor confidence, and enhance Nigeria's competitiveness in the global mining industry. Also speaking on the initiative, project coordinator of the awards, Femi Da Silva, said the program would give deserved recognition to companies and individuals making significant contributions to the development of the sector. He pointed out that the event would also highlight the growing importance of solid minerals such as lithium, gold, limestone, and rare earth minerals in Nigeria's economic desertification drive. The All Progressive Congress has rolled out a comprehensive and revised timetable for its 2027 general election primaries, confirming the commencement of the sales of nomination form and clarifying its mode of candidate selection amid earlier uncertainties. Briefing journalists after the 186th National Working Committee meeting in Abuja, the party's Deputy National Publicity Secretary, Doro Mesoko, announced that the sale of nomination forms will begin on Saturday, April 25, 2026 and close on May 2, 2026. Submission of completed forms is scheduled to end on Monday, May 4th. Mesoko explained that the updated timetable, which has already been communicated to the Independent National Electoral Commission, replaces all previously released schedules and aligns with the Electoral Act 2026 and INEC's guidelines for the 2027 elections. Under the revised schedule, screening of aspirants for state houses of assembly, House of Representatives, Senate, and governorship positions will be held between May 6 and May 8, while presidential aspirants will be screened on May 9. Screening results will be published on May 11, with appeals slated for May 12 and 13. Primary elections will proceed in phases. House of Representatives primaries on May 15, Senate on May 18, and State Houses of Assembly on May 20. Governorship primaries are fixed for May 21, while the presidential primary, earlier slated for mid-May, has been shifted to May 23, 2026. The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, on Thursday gave an immediate waiver of fees for the certificate of occupancy for the Nigerian Law School's Abuja campus. Wike revealed this during a meeting with the school's management in Abuja. He also declared an emergency on the construction of staff quarters and other critical infrastructure to enhance the institution's learning environment. The FCT minister, while responding to an appeal from the Director General of the Nigerian Law School, Dr. Olugbemisola Titilayo Odosote, expressed surprise that the institution had operated without a CFO since moving to Buhari. According to the FCT minister, it's quite unfortunate that since the time they moved the law school to Buhari, they don't have the CFO, so you are occupying an illegal institution. He described the lack of official documentation for government institutions as a trend that his administration is actively correcting. The minister directed the director of lands to waive all processing fees for the school's C of O and issued a firm directive to ensure the document is processed and ready within 1 week. In its sustained efforts to increase trade facilitation and effective border management, the Nigerian Customs Service has advanced its strategic engagement with the Royal Malaysian Customs Department. The engagement was part of the activities of an official visit by the Comptroller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeniyi, MFR, to the RMCD headquarters, and comes against the backdrop of expanding bilateral trade with Nigerians' imports from Malaysia, increasing from 159.9 billion naira in 2020 to 716.0 billion naira in 2024, and cumulative trade value reaching approximately 1.82 trillion naira over a 5-year period. A statement signed by Abdullahi Maiwada, Deputy Comptroller of Customs, National Public Relations Officer, indicates that CGC Adeniyi was received by the Director General of the Royal Malaysian Customs Department, Dato Hajil Arman bin Hajil Ahmad. The Cross River State government has refuted a publication by online platforms alleging the discovery of 10 new persons with COVID-19 symptoms, describing the report as misleading and inconsistent with the state's current public health records. In an official rejoinder issued on Thursday, the Commissioner for Health, Dr. Henry Egbe Ayuk, clarified that the state still has only one confirmed case of COVID-19 with no additional infections recorded. The clarification follows a report titled Cross River Identifies 10 More Persons with COVID Symptoms, which suggested a possible spread of the virus in the state. However, the Commissioner explained that the 10 individuals referenced in the report were merely contacts of the confirmed case, identified through routine contact tracing and not new or suspected infections. He further explained that none of the identified contacts is currently exhibiting symptoms associated with COVID-19, emphasizing that they do not fall under the category of suspected or confirmed cases. And that is the size of our package at this hour. Kindly follow us on all our social media handles for more news updates. On behalf of the news crew, I'm Emanuela Akwaya.